Hey everybody, we're now standing on the Aerotrek aircraft display. We've got a bunch of aircraft on here. Mainly there's two models. I'm sure there's a lot of options. But you got the A220 as the tail dragger and the A250, 240. I knew I was going to mess that up. This is the nose dragger. This is Chris of Aerotrek. I'm going to turn it over to him and let him kind of describe his aircraft for you. By the way, I'll let you know I've talked to some of the owners of some of this aircraft. Every one of them are just mad about it. So, Chris, tell us a little about it.
Hello. The Aerotrek used to be the Eurofox when it first came over to America about 4 years ago. We rebranded the aeroplane as the Aerotrek, and we dissected into the A240 and the A220. I almost got it wrong. The A220 being the tail dragger, it comes with either Tundra tires or with the wheel pants as you see it. The base model with the 80 horsepower is 67,950 currently, and the 100 horsepower is 69,950.
Wait, I got to jump in there for just a second. We got to say that again. Did you catch the price? One more time, the base price.
The base price for the 80 is 67,950. That comes with the steam gauges, the engine instruments, everything but the avionics like radio, GPS, and so on, because people differ in what they prefer to have in their aeroplane. So we let them choose, and then we install it. So typically the avionics add maybe 8,000 to 10,000 to the price of the base model. So 67,950 with fully loaded with avionics quickly becomes 77,950. But that is a fully loaded up airplane.
IFR included. It will be.
I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say IFR. We haven't gotten IFR approved. We're not exactly rushing to do it. We have
information from a customer.
Yeah, the customers typically, they're not desperate for the IFR capability. We don't see the need to put ourselves in that liability chain just yet. It's the same with night flying. No one's really pushing us for it yet, so we're not going out of our way to make it so. A lot of our customers typically are the retirees, and they're not desperate to fly at night, so we don't really.
It's a fun flying aircraft.
It's meant to be well, it's not meant to be a VFR plane, but we see it as more fun as a VFR plane. So for the loaded up 80 horsepower, it's about 77. For the loaded up 100 horsepower, it's knocking on the door of 80. And you can also buy a trailer like the one we have over there on our display, and that trailer is a very good deal at $8,000. So you can actually get the complete package, like the aeroplane, the trailer. You can actually buy a second-hand pickup, let's say, for $15,000, and send your kids to college for the same price as some of the others on the display.
So, the price is unbelievably great.
The price is good. The main reason for the price being so good is because we don't have dealers. We sell distributor direct. And that saves up to $15,000 at times on the base price of the plane. Also, Aero Pro, the company that supplies the plane from Czechoslovakia, they're not particularly greedy. They do an extremely good job on the actual construction, but they understand the value of price in America and how it's important for sales to keep the price down. So they do an extremely good job of keeping the price down, but they do an incredible job at the actual construction. Most of the compliments we receive is the actual construction of the plane, which the fit and finish is fantastic, the paint job is fantastic. You can see all the lines are absolutely perfectly aligned, and they even go as far, for example here, they make sure all the screws are perfectly lined up before they paint them. They're extremely fanatical about precision. And that is really what you want to have a manufacturer. They're not particularly good at marketing, apparently, but they're very good.
Open it up here?
I don't know if it's unlocked or not, this one. No, this one's locked. This one's open.
Okay, let's take a quick peek into the cabin here. And I will mention while we're looking over here that all these aircraft that we've got...
I'll go the other side.
Okay. All these aircraft basically are flown in by customers who love the aircraft enough they come down here for the week to show their aircraft. So.
And for our point of view, it's important for us to maintain very good customer service to enable us to have customers arrive for us at air shows. We really do rely on the customers fairly heavily to help sell planes, and therefore we definitely need to look after and make sure they remain happy. But this aeroplane is about 2 years old, I believe. It's based up in Wisconsin, and they've loaded it up with an ICOM A210 radio with a built-in intercom with a GPS from Avmat, and they got the ADI and the Becker transponder. And it's kept simple because simple usually becomes reliable, and reliable is really what we're trying to achieve.
And again, it's a fun aircraft.
The luggage compartment is a nice large area, so you can get lots of stuff in there. The seats are not adjustable, but what we do have is a number of different size seat cushions, and these are just Velcroed here. So a shorter person would have an extra inch back here, and then this over the top, or a larger person would have a much thinner cushion to help him with area. It's about 44.1 inches across the cockpit, so it's a bit bigger than what a 152 would be, and it's a lot quieter in the cockpit using the correct headsets and so on. This version, the Aerotrek and the Eurofox always have a flapper-on system, which combines the flaps and the ailerons in one feature. The wonderful feature of that is also for the wing fold, but I love the fact that it's a 94-mile-an-hour flat rotation speed, so that when you're downwind, you put your flaps on, you're approaching at 60, 65, you've got 30-odd miles an hour difference between your approach speed and your flat rotation speed, which enables you to keep your eyes out the cockpit and relax, rather than monitor your airspeeds carefully to avoid breaking any limitations. So the tolerances are extremely good, and therefore it enables the pilot to keep his eyes out the cockpit and enjoy his flight.
Well, Chris, before we forget, give us a website in case people want more information.
Our website is www.fly-aerotrek.com. On that website, the content is massive. We have extremely good reports on our website, but also we now have a YouTube channel of our own.
Oh, great.
And within that channel, we're going to have a kind of visual maintenance manual where we're going to have videos of people changing tires or doing oil changes, so that our customers have access to watching somebody demonstrate what they're going to be doing, which adds to the safety. Also, we have a playlist of interesting aviation videos which I find on YouTube, so people can just go and play around and watch things on their computers. And we also have our commercials on there too, so it's a very nice little website. But our main website is extremely detailed. We have loads of information, a great video and photo gallery, so everything you could possibly want is on there.
Good.
And we're open 7 days a week for people to call as well.
Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks for the tours.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, we're having fun at the LSA Mall here, 2010 Sun-N-Fun so far, but let me ask you this. If I want to get my feet wet, I want something different, what can I do?
Well, I would say talk to Carlos.
Carlos, nice to meet you. C-Max, now this looks like a fun aircraft now. I haven't had a chance to splash in anywhere. This just looks like a ball.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. You know, currently we got about 105 airplanes flying worldwide. Every single owner is very happy with performance.
Well, tell us a little bit about this aircraft. Explain what we're looking at here. Anything you want to tell us about?
Well, basically the whole airplane, the bottom of the airplane is made out of Kevlar. It's composite, fiberglass, carbon fiber. The wings are fiberglass leading edge, trailing edge, aluminum spar, aluminum ribs, covered with second height. And the performance of the airplane cruises about 115 miles an hour.
I assume that's the Rotex?
That's the Rotex, the nitro vest. We got 100 horsepower. And the aircraft was designed in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, so it's designed for the saltwater operation.
I will notice this being a high engine pusher, if you'll take a look at the back, the airflow from the prop will go directly across the stabilator there. So you're going to get all kind of control authority, even at low speeds. You got air going right across your control surface, which is a big deal.
That's correct. And we also have the water rudder. As soon as you land on the water, you can release from inside.
Oh, there it is. Drop down the back here.
And you can see in the back side we have the water rudder extended.
Okay. All right. Well, if somebody want to get a little information on this, what website can they go to?
They can go to cmaxusa.com.
cmaxusa.com. All right.